Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I've just been talking about some stuff I've learned, some things before we came on air. I am Sunshine, and welcome to Sunshine's Corner, where purpose meets power and conversation creates change. And today, we're having a powerful and a very necessary conversation. You know what? Are you someone, or maybe someone you know, could possibly be a victim of something I don't like to say, SVU, okay, of sexual abuse, or but you know, Tish Scott is open doors for healing, what we're going to talk about today, and awareness. I want you to sit back, grab a cup of coffee, because we got the real resources. We're shining the light on incredible work of the Gulf Coast Sexual Assault Program right here in Pensacola. And it's an organization that's committed to providing compassionate, care for survivors of sexual violence. I can't believe it. This is just unbelievable. We're going to be educated today about the awareness and empowering community with the tools to stand and support, and mostly speak up. Let me say to you, Tish, welcome to Sunshine's Corner. Thank you for accepting this invitation, because this is a conversation I think we don't want to miss this today. We don't need to miss this, and don't be afraid. Now you're going to laugh. Even I watch my show, SVU. They shine the light. Now see, I've been shining the light thinking it was right and it was wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Tish.
Good morning. Good morning.
Let me tell you the inside joke. We were laughing because we were talking about Special Victim Unit, because I think that's a bad show on TV. And what they've been doing, live and lead me wrong. Well, I'll just be darned.
I know.
I want to send a special shout out to my girl, Tara, with the Pensacola Police Department. She is, girl, you saved me. One more time. But this is how I believe that connection works. When you work with a community, you have to build a important connection with people so that you can get the things that you need taken care of. And Tish, I am so glad that you accepted my invitation today.
Yes, thank you.
Because of the fact of the work that you do, and with the conversation that we've been having for the last 3 or 4 minutes, I'm blown away.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Blown away. So how long have you been with the Gulf Coast Sexual Assault Program?
I have been here for 2 years.
You said here, so you're not from here.
Well, I am from Pensacola.
Okay, but you're here.
For the program, I've been here for a little over 2 years. And I did intern for my bachelor's at the state attorney's office as a victim advocate as well, so yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
So was Jack McCoy there?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, you wasn't there. I gotta see, we're gonna have fun, but we're gonna get so much education. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to really listen up today, because some things that we're gonna talk about that you need to know. And one thing that, as I was reading last night on your website, don't be afraid. Don't think it's your fault. You've got to be able to speak up. And the things that are so behooving to me, and when you told me some numbers a few months, I did not realize right here, and this little old Escambia County, that these things are happening right here.
Yes, ma'am. It is very disheartening, but we are here to help, so.
Oh my goodness. And then there was another number you gave out, we'll get to that in a minute, because it's just going through my thought process of the things that go on right here. But when you reach deep into things like this, how did you get into want to be an advocate for sexual assault?
Yes. So first and foremost, my mom, she was kidnapped and raped when she was 23. So I have grown up going, because my dad was military, so he's always deployed, so we always have to go with my mom, right?
Right.
But we would go to the parole board hearings and sit outside and wait while she would speak to the parole board. This is in South Carolina, so they still offer parole. Here we don't, but there they do. So my mom every year has to this day, has to go and speak to the parole board to try to encourage them not to let him out. But yeah, he was a serial rapist. So my mom's actually
serial.
And my mom's the one that actually got him caught. So it's very powerful, and it's something I've always, because you sit in a group there while everybody's waiting to be heard, and everybody's sharing their stories and very open. So it's kind of like a support system there. But it's always encouraged me to make a difference and to be there for the people that don't feel that they have a voice, and to make sure that they don't feel alone.
Oh, wow. So what is it specifically that the Gulf Coast sexual assault, I don't even want to say it, what that program provides? How can people reach out to you? Go ahead, I'll interject this. So many things are going through my head right now.
Yeah, of course. So we do have a 24-hour hotline number, and I provided you with some pamphlets just in case.
Yes.
But it is 866-585-2040.
Okay.
So that is a 24-hour hotline where you can always reach an advocate. Christmas Day, whenever it's needed. It is for not just somebody that has just experienced sexual assault, but it's also for historical clients. So let's say, for instance, you were 10 when you were sexually assaulted, but now you are 40 and you are ready to deal with it. We serve them with like trauma therapy and stuff like that. That is all free.
So there's no statute of limitation? Can you go after the person?
So there is. It depends. So it depends on ages. And the statute, if you read it, is very long and it's very in-depth with things. So it just really determines on the age and where the crime occurred and all the things as well. So if it didn't happen in Florida and happened in Nebraska, they have different statutes than we would.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. So it just really depends on the ages of when it happened. But even if they weren't there didn't want to prosecute, then we are still there to help within that healing journey. Like I said, we do offer free trauma therapy as well.
Okay.
So
if you had to speak to somebody right now that's viewing us today, what is it that you would want them to feel? Because I'm pretty sure sometimes that feels like, oh my God, maybe they didn't really mean it. Oh my God, it happened, but it didn't really happen. Oh my God, he said he was sorry. Sorry for what? What would you say to a person that's experiencing thoughts like that?
I am very understanding of where somebody is, but we are here to talk to and navigate those emotions and those feelings so that way we can help the best we can. So I'm a big believer. I don't care what even law enforcement says or whoever. Like, somebody's story is important.
Absolutely.
And I want them to know that this is a safe place. It's a confidential space. So we are here to talk about consent, what that means. We are here to talk about the ins and outs of that story to help that client understand where they are.
Oh, wow. When you say consent,
yes.
What does that mean? I want y'all to hear this, okay? Not, okay, baby. I'm being real.
A lot of people get it confused, and it's, I think that's one thing that we really want to focus on too, is like the consent-based thing. So if somebody is intoxicated, you cannot give consent to have intercourse. Yes, you cannot give consent. So people out partying and all the things, you come back drunk. He is not as drunk, but he takes advantage, right? So it's like, you can't do those things.
Would that be considered rape?
Yes, it is. So if you cannot verbally state, or even your body, right? People tense up and sometimes they can't speak it, right? So there's different, what's it called? Trauma reactions. So fight, flight, all those. So sometimes people just hold it in and they can't do anything. So your body responses also provide consent.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
I love you, baby. Yeah, honey. Just let me know I love you, honey. That's a lie.
It is. Yeah.
That's just to get you to relax and go forward.
Or even a stranger you meet, you don't know. Tinder dates, whatever it is.
What's a Tinder date?
The dating apps, and that's really big. So that's on our intake forms, is like, did you meet them on a social media platform? So we like to know those things because we hold data.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be transparent. I don't believe in no dating online. I mean, you don't know who you're going to get.
It is dangerous.
It's dangerous. Meet somebody the real way. Go to the grocery store.
Yes.
Go to the gym.
Right.
Go out to dinner by yourself. Date yourself. You might run into somebody.
Love your self-love.
There you go.
Self-love.
There's this young lady, I'm not going to call her name. She's a friend of mine, but I've been following her since recently. She's been online. She said, oh, I'm dating myself now.
Yes,
I'm falling in love with me now.
That's beautiful.
And she gets on. She said, well, this is date number 3. I'm going out to dinner alone.
Yeah.
I thought that was so beautiful.
It is. And that's where a lot of people struggle nowadays too, because they feel like they need a partner. But first and foremost, you have to love yourself.
What is it that causes some women to think, men too,
Yes, yes.
that think, I've got to have somebody?
It deals a lot with psychology, right? So it could
Ding
stem
dong.
from childhood. It could stem from a lot of different things.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there a thing called, and I'm not even looking at this paper anymore because I'm just asking questions that I mean, because I know of people, it's you think that sex means somebody love you,
They do.
and that's not true. Because that
Yes.
sex, okay, when I get this one, I'm going on to the next one.
Right.
And are you going to be a disposal?
Right.
You see where I'm coming from?
I do, 100%.
I want them to think like this because get to know who I am here, get to know me,
Right.
and then whatever, do it the right way.
The culture nowadays is very much so a hookup culture, and it is heartbreaking,
A hookup culture.
It is, yes. That's why
Did
there's
you
all
hear
these
that,
dating
guys?
apps.
It's a hookup culture.
It is, but that's why you also have to be very careful and vigilant when you are out on dates. You got to pick up those red flags, and you want to go in a crowded place more so, in my
Does it
opinion.
happen often?
Yes.
Look,
Yes, ma'am.
let's say a percentage, 60-40, 50-50.
So
80-20?
it is 1 in 5 women have
What?
experienced attempted or completed sexual assault in their lifetime, and it's 1 in 4 men. Yes. So.
Okay, now I've always wanted to ask this, and you're going to say, "Wow, what's she mean?" Okay, when a
okay.
man is assaulted, he's assaulted by a woman.
Yes.
How?
Or a man.
How?
So this is something, for instance, like I said, going to my mom's stuff, I had learned that your body still responds, even though you are not consenting to it. So your body has responses to touches, to feelings, all those things, and you can still, it's the same thing with a woman, like you could still down there, but it's just like.
Okay, let me say this, Tish.
Yes.
Put those words out there. We
Okay.
got to be able to put those words out there so people
Yeah.
will understand, because especially, now this show is going to come on again this afternoon at 6 o'clock. So for the adults who are at home right now, maybe you're watching at your job, make sure you have your younger people watch this afternoon when they get home. Tell them you got a special show that's coming on. They need to take a test. And make sure, because we're going to have a YouTube up here in a little while. You can go back and find this as well. But I encourage you, because this is so informative. This is so true. And I say that because with everything that's happening in the world today, this quick sex thing,
Yes.
what you call it, the hookup culture.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, I think that's why so much sickness is out there. I mean, because you're just passing it along. I mean, everybody's passing it along. And you get some things you can't wash off.
There are some things. There's a lot of medications that can combat it, but the health department tests for free, even with HIV. HIV is different. So within our SANE exams, we also make sure when we are at the ERs that they get prophylactic treatment. I know if you are worried about catching, let's say, HIV, for instance, then there is NPEP that can help, but you have to start taking it within 72 hours of that assault.
What did you call that stuff?
It's called NPEP. So it's just like a preventative medication. It doesn't mean it's not going to stop you. It's just helping prevent it within your body. So you always want to do follow-up testing, but you have to take it within 72 hours of that assault. So if you're at 80 hours, you can't take it. So it's very important, and that's the hard part too, because when somebody's not registering or they're confused on if they have been assaulted or not, then we miss out on those certain opportunities.
Okay. Do you have what percentage of people will go to and report that they've been assaulted?
So yes, 81% of women, and then there's 43% of men.
Really? Unbelievable. I'm still stuck on this thing. When a man is assaulted, how? I mean, what does she do?
Well, it's very rare for me. I know I have one client and that sticks out with you talking about that, but it was more of like a coercion and like they were manipulating them. So it happened at a younger age and the woman was older. So it can start in like a grooming phase.
Really? Get out. Isn't this educational? I am so blown away. I mean, because I've often wondered, if you don't want me, why do I want to take it from you?
It's all about power and control. It is. It really is about that person. They don't see you as a human being. They just want that power and control over you because they're messed up.
Wait, here she go get quiet again. She gets here.
That's my opinion. But
I mean, but it is. I mean, if someone has just experienced an assault,
yes, ma'am.
What should they do first? Don't take a shower.
No. So if you can, do not take a shower. So you can have we call it our SANE exams. So what it is, it's a rape kit, right? So we can only do them within 120 hours of the assault. Sometimes they can be stretched, but it's up to the nurse's decision to do so. But it's more so if you can, don't shower, right? Keep those clothes, all the things that you can, especially your underwear, of course, right? But so we would collect swabs and do all the things too. So it's helpful to not shower, but I know there are people that do shower because it's a feeling that you don't want to feel anymore, so you want to wash it off, so, and I get it 100,000%, but we can still do a SANE exam without you showering. I mean, with you showering.
With your shower, because there's still something there.
There could be, yes. So it's always best just to do it to see if we can gather any DNA. And especially with the internal swabs, we can collect DNA if they ejaculated in the, sorry.
She's so cute holding it. She thinks, if they do, with the ejaculation.
Sorry.
She's holding, but no, I want us to tell our people, because I believe, I honestly believe this on the inside, and I could be wrong, Lord, but I believe that when I see so many of these, what you call it, hookups?
Yes.
When you see these younger people, what I'm talking about mostly, and I'm not saying that they're the only one affected, because there are some mature people out there who are doing the same thing, who need this information. I think that it's like, it's okay because it's this fast thing they go through with so many.
Correct. And sometimes you're not registering what happened.
Exactly.
And it comes at a later date where you are reflecting on it and you realizing things, which that's completely fine too, because we are here to help within that as well.
Can insurance pay for this? All the stuff that you go through?
So with the medical stuff, our SANE exams are free due to the Attorney General's office. They pay for the SANE exams.
Oh, okay.
But anything medication-wise, it does bill your insurance, but we can also try to file that within victims' compensation with the Attorney General's office and see if they will help reimburse.
Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a great conversation today. I want you to really sit back, relax, and sip on that coffee. We're about to take a break, so if you've got questions, if you have been a victim, we're going to give that number out again, so that you can get in touch with Tish. Don't walk around with this heaviness because somebody took advantage.
Right, and we're here to help.
And there is help,
yes,
so that you can get the help, because I'm sure that has to be traumatizing.
Yes.
To walk around knowing that somebody took the only body you have, the only jewel that you have, at their discretion, what they want to do with it.
Correct.
We're going to talk more with Tish when we return. 850-432-7768. That's the number to call if you want to be a part of the conversation right here on Sunshine's Corner.
For 75 years, we've been caring for families, creating jobs, and working to build a healthier community. This is your home, and ours too. We're honored to be the trusted partner in your care. Baptist Healthcare, here for you then, now, and always.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
I'm Kathy Holsworth, Artistic Director at Pensacola Little Theater. Join me on the first Monday of every month at 7 p.m. for the Center Stage, where me and my artistic friends talk about all things on the stage and at the Clark Family Cultural Center. Join us, won't you?
Hi, I'm David Apple. I own the Apple Market here in Pensacola on Scenic Highway. We've been in Pensacola since 1996. I've been advertising on Blab now for 15 years. I was a tough sell. Didn't really think that this form of advertising was going to be right for us. But as it turned out, it's probably been the most effective thing that we've ever done. Rarely a week goes by that we don't encounter someone who say, hey, I just saw your show, it was great. I'm David Apple, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to a conversation that needs to be had right here on Sunshine's Corner. You see, I often tell you this is the place where we have those difficult conversations, but you can feel comfortable, just as Tish, she's doing. She's having a great time telling us about all of these things that are going on right here. And as we were talking off camera, and I said, okay, a woman being raped, a man being raped, and then you also that you get men raping men.
Yes.
Do you have women raping women?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. It's not
it's
generic,
not just an old one way.
Yes, 100%, yes. Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. So are they, okay, when it comes down to a man is supposed to be this masculine piece.
Right.
He's masculinity, I'm a man. If he's raped, so he can just go through the same process as a woman that's being raped.
100% yes.
Unbelievable.
And even if they're not wanting to report with male or female, that is okay. And we're here to support that decision as well. But we will still be there to help on your healing journey.
The healing journey, it begins how? What does the healing journey, realistically, what does it look like?
I feel like it looks like for me, it has been allowing your voice and your story to come out. Okay. I feel like holding something in for so long and then just letting it out is a powerful thing, and it provides empowerment back to that person.
Okay.
It also stems with counseling and trauma therapy, all of those types of things, making sure all your basic needs are met so you can focus in on the trauma.
We got a call, but I want to ask you this before I forget. Are there cases whereas a person has been raped by the same person again?
100% yes. Mm-hmm.
And again and again?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my. Mm-hmm. Tish.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's unbelievable. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine. How you doing?
I am wonderful.
I was sitting here just listening to you and your guests talk about sex abuse. And I wanted to just call in and just add in too for victims that and survivors of sexual abuse that they don't need to be ashamed of what happened to them due to the fact that somebody had coercion. They had some type of control, they had some type of power over them, and they were just a victim of circumstances against their own will. And so that we should, as people just in society, we should always encourage people to come forth when they become a victim of this type of situation. And shame is big. And then also, Sonshine, something that you probably haven't thought about. There's also a lot of sexual abuse in marriages. where husbands may force the wives to have sex with them and they don't want to and stuff like that, and because you're married you think you're supposed to. But if you don't want to have any type of intercourse with a person and you say no or just don't want to, they shouldn't force that on you. That's still sexual rape. And I wanted to ask your guests,
Tish?
do they ever work with like little children? Because as a social worker, we have situations where there's child on child. Although we do have the Gulf Coast Kids House that work with those children, I was just wondering, do they work with those children too as well?
Wait a minute, did you say child on child?
Yes.
Sucky.
Yeah, and what that is that you have a child that's probably been exposed to some form of sexual abuse or material or something like that, and because they may take what has happened to them and they may do it to another child, fondle another child because they've been fondled, they don't know that that was taboo or that they shouldn't do that or that was wrong because they only doing something that was happening to them. And so that's what it's called whenever like a child abuse investigation has occurred. And they call it child on child, meaning a child has victimized another child.
My goodness.
It does, yeah. So we only deal with adults because there is a child advocacy center here. Our mother company, if you would, we are the child advocacy center for Panama City. But there was a lack, there was no rape crisis center here. So our CEO at the time got us certified to have this program. So we are a certified sexual assault program, but we only deal with adults due to the CAC, yeah.
And CAC?
The Child Advocacy Center.
Thank you. I got you, girl. I mean, it's just so, well, Eric, this is something, I think it's so unbelievable, the fact that the things that go on in a person's mind. I think that's why I'm so adamant about be mindful of what you allow some children to see. Because children mimic what they see. If it's happening, they're going to mimic that. I mean, in their circle at home. I mean,
they will. It's a learned behavior.
I'm old school. Okay? I'm old school. Because I think that I know that, and this is just me, I said I, personal pronoun. I believe with how we raise and discipline our children today, don't get me wrong. Now, the way I was brought up was a totally different way, but I turned out pretty good. I think with things like this that are happening, we should talk to the children more, sure, but also let that foundation be there that's strong. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree, yeah, that safe place for them.
That safe place, that's right. Tell them some things, but I use this, and I have to be real. I see some cases where it looked like the children are raising their parents. And I mean, I'm just being real.
Sure, yeah,
because,
sure.
Okay. No, you better get out of my face. I'm old school.
Yeah.
I mean, but what I'm saying that with problems like this as they happen, these things like this, if this happens to a child, that can affect that child for life.
100%. And when they become adults and they need help, the Children's Advocacy Centers would refer them to us, so that way they could get assistance with us.
Is there a repeat thing, like if it's in a family, if this one did, it may roll down, the other one do the same thing, and the other?
It's possible. It's not like a guarantee that that's going to happen, but it's not. I think it just really depends on the person.
I understand.
Yeah.
How can a friend, a family, a co-worker, properly support survivors? How can we support a person that's been raped if it's in our family? You know how we don't want to shun them aside because you got raped. How did you let that happen?
The biggest thing you can do is say, I believe you. It's the most powerful statement that you can give to somebody when they are experiencing this type of trauma.
Do they get a lot of I don't believe you?
Yes, all the time. Or
Really?
people look at them sideways, or cases get closed, or however, due to lack of evidence, or whatever it might be, but it makes them feel like they aren't believed, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that noise for you too. I mean,
Girl, you and SVU.
I mean, but no, it is so important because I mean, I can remember, a person. This was said to me from somebody we had a conversation years ago, and the person said that the person didn't believe them when they told them that that's what had happened to them.
Right.
Oh no, that's not right. You're going crazy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of like children, for instance, I know for a fact, like if they go and tell their parent, right? I don't work with kids. I'll get that. Okay.
I understand.
But I know for a fact, like there's a lot of parents that will tend to not believe the child. And then if it's the boyfriend or the father, then that person is still in the household, still abusing that child because the mother or the father doesn't believe them.
Did you say the boyfriend or the father who did something to them?
Or the mother. It was just an example, but yes.
Really?
And Sonshine, I wanted to add too as well. With that, it happens a lot in the social work services. We deal with that a lot too as well, where those parents or the paramour may not believe what the child say, and you don't want to victimize the person. So you should always believe a victim when they say that something has happened. You have to believe them,
You do.
and then you can work backwards from that to find out whether that statement that they made is true or not. Statistics show, especially with children, that 90% of the victims know their
Perpetrators.
That has victimized them, and 60% of those are a relative or family member or close friend of the family.
Yes, it's like
So only
53%.
10% of a person that rapes somebody.
53% of the people you know them are somebody in your family.
Yes, and then it's like
Yes,
a
correct.
15% chance of a stranger.
Look how
It's
less it
the
is.
range, and you grow up learning stranger danger, right? But in reality, you have to be very much so aware
Stranger
and teach
danger's
your
in the house.
children as they grow up into adulthood to be aware of that stuff.
Oh my goodness. How can our community become more aware and be more responsive, to help?
Well, we always need volunteers, one. But
volunteers.
yes, we
Okay.
always need volunteers. But do their own personal training, advocating for themselves to be able to learn more about it. But then also within the community, I feel like awareness is a thing. To make it more aware, having, like we have our coasters that we like to bring to the bars and all those types of things. So awareness
Okay, we
is
show
a
one
huge
of
thing.
those.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, look.
Yes.
Okay, let me show you something she brought me. There's something you can find out that you can. What was this?
Oh, this is a nightcap. So what this
Oh,
does is
I
it
saw it on my
covers your
head.
drink when you're drinking.
okay.
So that way nobody can slip you any type of
Anything
drug.
in there. And these are.
These are our coasters. So what you can do is put a little drop of your drink on the testing strip, and then it's going to highlight saying if it's darker blue, it's going to be testing as positive.
Wow.
So this will let you know if you turn your head when you're out at the bar that you can test it, and you'll know if it's drugged or not. But yeah.
Unbelievable. You see, but all these qualities, ladies, these things right here that we're talking about are ways that you can help, because I'm finding out things today that are absolutely unbelievable that goes on in our city today. What role does churches and we can get the schools and our leaders play in prevention?
So I know for the children's side of things for school, I know the Children's Advocacy Center, they go in and teach the kids like red flags and all those types of things. For us, we don't really go into colleges, but we do little presentations, and we set up our tables for like outreach events for any type of, like we have the Lawrence Walk coming, or
The what?
The Lawrence Walk.
Oh, when is that?
It's a 5K. I think it's April 22nd. But we
We
can
need to make
send
sure
you.
you let me know, because I'm one of those that like to get out there and walk.
Yes, we would love for you to come, but it's through the Children's Advocacy Center, but it's for child sexual assault along with adult sexual assault. So it's awareness where we do like a 5K walk. So it's really cool, but I will send it to you, yeah, for sure.
Please do, because I
Yeah.
think that, listen up, ladies and gentlemen, here's a way. If you are one of those who are somewhat apprehensive about sharing things, but here's a way you can come out and collaborate,
100%.
and nobody will know nothing that you're talking about. But
Correct.
you can come out. That's going to be on April the 20th.
22nd.
The 22nd.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
It's going to be a 5K walk that's going on. I'm going to register so I can be in that walk.
Yes.
I love to do that. So please do that as well. Get time so
The
you
bigger
can find out ways.
community.
If you've got questions that you maybe think when your child has said something you said you don't believe, here a way you can talk to people.
Yes.
And you can find find out ways that you can go and navigate to find out all of this stuff that they're talking to you about, so you can be on top of things.
Education is key.
Knowledge is power.
It is, 100%.
Once you receive that knowledge, use it.
Yes.
Look, we'll be right back. We got to go take a break, but we're coming back. We're going to talk more because Tish is really, you know what? I'm usually quiet.
Are you?
I mean, I'm usually not quiet.
Oh.
I'm being quiet today because I'm learning so much.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Taking away my SVU. We'll be back with more right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
And welcome back to a conversation that's utterly important. We're talking about Tish today, and it's with the Gulf Coast, sexual assault program. And I was asking off camera, what is the age group that usually get the most? And you said between 19 and 29?
Yes, ma'am.
Unbelievable. When there's something, okay, this is just for me. Are there signs ahead of time sometimes that you can get a person that just don't want to accept it, that's what Charlie did or that's what Patricia did?
Oh yeah, 100%. And it's very, it's hard for them to register, when you're walking in initially to meet the survivor, let's say in the hospital, they are very much so in shock that it's somebody that they love and care about.
That did it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of shame and guilt that carries and not knowing what to do or even what to say.
How do you go about getting that person? Okay, when I come into the hospital, I'm telling you what this person, my cousin, did to me. Now you're gonna go get that person?
Not necessarily. So we value where the client is. So if they are wanting to report it, then I'm all on board for that. If they are not wanting to report, I'm on board for that too.
Okay.
We can always report later, so it's not a big hardship to not, if they want to change their minds, to report to law enforcement. But a lot of people report.
Okay.
Well, for my clients have reported, so for me it's very rare that somebody hasn't reported.
Is there what can a survivor reclaim their, what am I trying to say, their voice, their power after they have been raped?
I feel like that is one huge step, is for them to speak it out loud. It is, whether it's law enforcement or not. That is you gaining power to your voice back. You're allowing yourself to be empowered, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The time span, or the length of time that this different people, I'm sure different ways, different therapy. Do you think that, are there some people that have to have therapy continually over and over?
I feel like there's like generalized therapy, and then we have our trauma therapy. So our trauma.
So what's the difference in generalized and trauma therapy?
Generalized is like when you go into a counselor or a therapist and you're just like spilling stuff about your day and like all the problems that have happened in your life, right? Like barriers. Trauma therapy is very, very specific on the actual sexual assault. So that is what their main focus is, on how to move you forward, providing coping mechanisms, all the different things to help you deal with it in the future.
When there is a person who is a sexual serial rapist,
yes,
I'm thinking about the shows. I watch too much TV. I mean,
no, it's a good show. It's a good show.
But I mean, I won't name the other ones that I watch all the time. I love these crime shows, right? I don't know why.
Same.
I love those because I think it's so much that you.
You think I would have enough of it during the day, but I go home and
but it's. But I watch those. I don't know why. I don't want to watch this other crap. I mean, but they're so informative to me. It's when a person, if there's a serial person that does it to so many people, how often is it that, as for you, they get the DNA and they can catch that person and penalize them for what they've been doing? Do you go through cases like that here that you end up getting the person who's doing it?
Sexual assault is very hard. It's kind of like domestic violence, right? It all happens behind closed doors.
So it's hard to
prove.
So
it is very hard to prove, and even harder to prosecute. So we do.
Do you think, not cutting you off, do you think that's why some people don't want to say I've been sexually assaulted because they know it's a hard time?
I don't think so, because a lot of people don't understand the judicial systems.
Okay.
So I don't believe that. I think it's more of them not feeling like anybody will believe them and nobody's there to support them type thing. But a lot of people don't understand the judicial system.
Right.
So that's what we're here to also help. We walk with you through the whole law enforcement piece. We stay with you through the entire state attorney's process. So that way we can also give you knowledge on what's next, what this means, and all the things.
Right. As you see, I say this because do you see how calm she is when she talks? I mean, how she is really educating me on things that I had the wrong way. But the fact, I say that to say, I believe that when God allows the dots to connect, this show was so necessary. This show is something that I had to back up my thought process and that I wanted to do, but he brought it when it should be. And I think that because this is the type of knowledge we need to start talking about more often. This what we should listen to, parents, grandparents, teachers, whomever you may be. If there is something going on where somebody is trying to take something from you that's not willingly given, there are ways that you need to find out for prevention.
Yep.
And what they call that, hookup?
The what?
That quick hookup, what you call it? That couples, that tender hookup or something.
Oh, hookup culture.
Yeah. That hookup culture. Let's back off of that. Let's talk to this lady. She's gonna teach you how to get out of that hookup culture, okay? Slow it down. I say that to say because knowledge is power. And to think that this happens to little children, teenagers, young adults, mature adults, and still happening, there's something wrong with that. So we gotta know where to go to get the help that we need, and we're letting you know now that Gulf Coast Sexual Assault Program is right here for you. And Tish, she is so easy to talk to. I mean, she's so warm, and she's gonna get everything that you need to get the help that you're looking for.
Yeah, everybody calls me a mama bear.
Okay,
so
mama.
I'm like
that's that cub bear. Okay. How can viewers support your organization and get involved?
So we do accept donations, which is super helpful for like emergency clothing and all those types of things for the survivors. Volunteering is huge for us because we are slam busy.
Right. Really?
Yes. Yes.
So it goes on that often. You said you need clothing.
Yes. We accept donations, hygiene products, all those types of things. So typically when we go to the hospital, the clients are typically wearing the clothes that they were assaulted in.
Okay.
So we like to make sure they're going to give that stuff to law enforcement. They don't have to. It's totally their choice what they want to do. But I have extra clean clothes for them and shoes in my car, so that way we can give them something to wear besides a hospital gown outside of the hospital.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And now, what resources or hotline information we need to share with them again, because you need to write this number down so that you can get the help you need. Because I think I am so blown away on how it happens.
Yeah.
On the closeness of people that you know.
Correct.
That is doing this to you and walking around as if it's okay.
Right. And that's how they will portray it too. So and then the survivor isn't sure, you know. So that's why we're here to discuss those things with individuals.
They try to make them think that you said okay. You said it was okay.
They try to switch it around, or however it may be, whatever the story is, we are here to help discuss it so that way we can provide you with the best assistance that we can.
I gotta go back to this.
Yes.
If I'm married.
Yes.
And if I tell my husband no.
Yes.
And he proceeds. He raped me.
Correct.
Get out of here. So how would I prove that? That would be
that's the hard part, but that's not my part. That's law enforcement's part.
That's Tara.
That's Tara. There you go.
Okay, we got Tara. You got to have you back on so we can find out how I'm looking over in the corner at you, but because I think about that, because you know some people really think if I'm married that okay, you did not rape me. I'm your wife. I'm in the bed with you.
I own you type thing. That's not a thing.
No means no.
All the time.
Unbelievable.
This might be a little too much, but I tell all my clients, because when they're there and they start blaming themselves, I always tell them that I don't care if you're walking down the street butt naked, higher than a kite. That does not give somebody the right to touch you, period. At all.
You're right. You're right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having a conversation I think that we should have more often, because of the things that we may think is okay when it's not. No means no, no matter what. No means no, no matter what. Know the steps and what to do. We've got someone here today that's being very open with you, showing you the steps that you need to take. If you've been violated, that's not right. I don't care who you are. Like you said, if you're walking down the street butt naked, has a cut.
Correct.
If I tell you no, that means get your hands off me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
We're going to come back and get those numbers to pass them out again so people know how to get in touch. And ladies and gentlemen, do not fear this. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Do not try to hold back when you know something has been done to you. It's not okay. We'll talk more when we return right here on Sunshine's Corner.
My name's Kelly McLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to the most informative show there is on the Gulf Coast. This is Sunshine's Corner. We talk about those conversations that you don't feel comfortable having, but I allow you to feel very comfortable to share it with me so we can share it with our viewers so they will know the next step to take if something like this should happen to them. And judging from the numbers, the percentage of what's happening right here at Escambia County has blown me away. But I've got to say, and I'll say this to your face and I'll say it live, you're where you're supposed to be.
Thank you.
Because of the way your delivery is absolutely fantastic. I see it in your eyes. I see, I mean, with me, I've moved around in this chair all the way around. You notice how I've been moving? Cross my legs, put them on the table, bring them back up.
I think you're just surprised. You're like, oh my Lord Jesus, Mary Justice.
Jesus, help me, Lord. But how does trauma show up differently in children versus adults?
So I can't speak on children, but I do know, I have heard that children are very resilient and they bounce back.
Okay.
For our survivors, I feel, and I'm not a trauma therapist,
of course,
but I feel like it's a progression of healing. Like, you've got to go through the roller coasters. And I tell everybody all the time, like, you are allowed to be sad. You are allowed to cry. You're allowed to feel these emotions, but you can visit it. We don't want to stay there.
Exactly.
We want to keep moving.
Exactly.
You know, and how can we keep moving?
Exactly. What are some of the signs that we can look for that somewhat are silent with a person that's going through like this? Listen to this closely, viewers. What are some of the signs we can look for that they are fighting this in silence? You know what I'm saying?
Right. There could be a lot of drawbacks. So they don't want to be in group settings. There's certain individuals they're avoiding. They don't want to.
Usually that's the person that hurt them.
Right. So if you're like saying, hey, come to the barbecue, Uncle Bob's coming, Aunt Susan, all that, but Uncle Bob's the one that's done it. And they say, no, I'm okay, right?
Just bring me a plate.
But it's typical that they would come, right? So there is something to notice there. And I'm not saying it is sexual, so it could be anything, right? But it's always something to be triggering in your mind. Let's say they are trying to seclude themselves. There's a lot of angry outbursts. There's a lot of shame that they're carrying. So, and it doesn't, like, all these symptoms doesn't necessarily mean that they have been sexually assaulted.
But there's so many other things.
Correct. So they could be struggling with something else mentally, you know, but that's something to unpack with an individual as well. When you see somebody struggling, that is our purpose as human beings to intercept, to see what is happening, in my opinion.
Oh, wow. This is so amazing. But this conversation is so needed because of the thing, you know, as people will say, oh, we're just going to sweep it under the rug. You okay? That didn't happen.
Yes, 100%. Get over it. It's fine. It happened forever ago.
Yeah.
Like, just move on.
Okay, that's you. Get out of the way now. That's over with. Don't keep bringing that with you.
Correct.
You're not the one that was affected.
Correct.
So you can't tell me what I'm feeling on the inside when I have been violated with my temple.
Correct.
And these are things that I think we should learn how to handle.
Well, that's one of the issues, though, is like people going back to people not being believed.
Right.
So they don't want to speak up because people very much so on any other thing that is major in their lives, they push it to the side. You should be over it by now. Let's move on. Like, what are you still crying about? Like, we get over it. Like, that's not helpful.
Exactly.
It's not helpful.
Did you see your face? You should be over by now.
Right.
No,
that
I
is
say
not
that
helpful.
because that is so true.
It is.
Because there are things I can see, I hear myself, not about that, but I would tell my child, you better watch out. I mean, that's the way I was with my kids.
Right.
But the fact of it is, we're talking about your body, your right. Nobody has the right to take anything from you that you don't want to give them.
100%.
I mean, it is mine.
No is always. That's a
no
thing.
is always no. How do cultural or community, that stigma impact that person that's been affected. Grandma said, you don't say nothing about Uncle John. If Uncle John did that to you, you better hush. I mean.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
That does happen. There's a lot of mental health here. So there's a big mental health crisis.
Right, that is so true.
It is, and there's a lot of homelessness here. So I have found that it sometimes, it breaks my heart. They're so sweet, but a lot of people don't know how to interact with them. They don't know how to hear that story, or it's not believable because, oh, you're homeless, you're on drugs. Like, that doesn't mean anything. That makes them more vulnerable to a perpetrator, so it's difficult. Like, people just sweep it under the rug like it's nothing.
So it happened to homeless people too?
Oh, 100%, all the time. That's actually a lot of our clients are homeless.
Oh my goodness, we're down to 2 minutes. Didn't I tell you I was gonna go by so fast and I got 50 more questions? I mean, we gotta have you back. But look, listen, Tish, how can a person get in touch with you?
So our number, it's a 24-hour hotline number that is 7 days a week. You're always gonna reach an advocate no matter what. It's 1-866-585-2040.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you could do like I did yesterday, I went to the website. There's so much information there.
There is, yeah.
There is so much information there. Gulf Coast Assault Program.
Yes.
Go there. You will see it's going to pop up. There's so many different icons that you can read about and find
tons of different locations as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you.
Thank you.
For coming in, Tish. You did this well. She said,
I adore you.
I
was nervous,
No, you're not nervous at all. You got this. I mean, because we're going to continue this conversation because there's so much that we didn't even touch.
Correct. Yeah, there's a lot to it.
Lot to it. But I'm going to say this publicly. I want to invite you back, but I will let you know the date because I'm going to compile that so we can have this conversation continued.
Yeah, I would love to.
I think that's the more. Thank you so much, Tish.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get out of here. It's been a fantastic day. When I tell you, I leave you every day with the same message. Never, ever, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember this. If you keep God first in everything that you do, I'll guarantee you this, that you're going to be a total success. If there is something that's happening to you and you know that you did not want this, there's help on the way. There's help for you. Please go out today and tell somebody that you love them and mean it. So until tomorrow at 9 o'clock for another day of sunshine, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Have a great day, and thank you so much, Tish.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Beautiful. Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.